What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're going to be doing, basically we're going to be doing some ILS work in the King Air today. That's the basics of it. We're going to do a little pattern work. We're probably going to go up, shoot an ILS approach, and do a little pattern work and watch this guy maybe clip his tail on this airplane here trying to get out because I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. Oh, come on. What are you... oh. Not only did he clip the tail, he went through the fuselage too. And he looks like he's going to get ours too. What are you doing? Hey, oh, thank God he faded out. So he doesn't exist anymore, but he's back. Anyway, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be doing just a little ILS work. We're going to be getting familiar with the aircraft. We're not doing this in the FMS. I want to do this plainly by, or simply by tuning the radios and setting things up that way. We're not going to pay attention to the FMS and all that. We're doing it the old school way, radios and watching the gauges. So that's it in a nutshell. We are at, let's see, what is this airport? It's Fulton County in Atlanta. I think this was also known as Charlie Brown too. Brownfield, yes. Fulton County Airport, Brownfield, Atlanta, Georgia. So that is where we're at. This is what we're going to be doing. And let's go ahead and hop in the airplane and see about getting, why am I hitting checklist? I do not know. Let's see about get going here. All right, so everything looks set up and good to go. You know, the one thing about this plane that I'm really kind of interested in is like the setting for your props to taxi. I don't know. We'll just go with it. We'll see what this does anyway. All right, let's get ready to taxi to the runway. Man, we got all kind of people driving through us. What the hell is going on with these guys today? I do not know. All right, we should be good to go. We've got our takeoff clearance, so we at least know what runway the live traffic is using. I don't use ATC a whole lot in sim, but I do kind of like, you know, if we're using the live traffic, I like to kind of get an idea of what they're doing and go from there. For the most part, it's pretty close to what actually is happening, at least from what I've seen. Every once in a while, it'll be a little different, or a little wonky, but so far so good. So we're taxiing in the King Air 350i. This thing is actually one of the harder planes to taxi. Like, I just can't find that sweet spot as far, like, my power is all the way back at idle. I can't go any further back. And, you know, I've tried playing with the prop position, and it still just wants to kind of just like run away with you. Like, it really gets up and moves going down the taxiway. So you kind of have to watch it. You kind of have to step on the brakes here and there to get it to do that. Let's go ahead and get some takeoff flaps going. You can take off in the King Air without flaps. But, you know, it depends on your weight, the runway length, all that stuff. This is about a 5,000 foot runway, I think, or a little more than that. So we're going to be doing takeoff flaps. And we've got a bunch of stuff in the taxiway down here. That's always nice. Definitely needs to have a little cleaning up in the airport facilities here. Look at this texture off to the side with the gravel road. Is that not just so cool? How good that looks. That always amazes me. You know, it's not satellite texture. It's like aerial photography that they do for the major cities, but it always looks so nice. This really, this reminds me a lot of Atlanta. I actually worked in Atlanta for a few years. Not far from here, actually, along the Chattahoochee River. And this area is represented and recreated really, really nicely. Really nice. Let's hop back into airplane real quick. All right, we're set. Let's get rolling. Yeah, this definitely reminds me a lot of that area. It sure does. All right, coming up on 100 knots. Go ahead and rotate. And we're off. Look at there. Let's go ahead and get the gear up. We'll climb out to, I'm thinking like 3,000 feet. Somewhere in there, give or take. Get our nose down just a tad here. 3,000 feet, we'll circle back out to the west. As we're cruising out to the west, we'll dial in all our ILS info. And then we'll come in and do ILS for runway. All right, we need to come back on the power here. There we go. We're good now. Good with that. Let's go ahead and turn. We'll turn our 45 outbound, and then we'll set back up to the west, and maybe get to check out Atlanta a little bit as well. Beautiful weather here. Beautiful weather in Atlanta. I didn't think it was this clear in real life from what I looked at on Sky Vector. I think the weather's a little bit different. That's one of those things where it's like it's all the time. You know, let's get this thing trimmed down just a tad here. All right, pull our power way back, get that taken care of. The weather, it's one of those deals where the weather is just like all the time. You know, it's never, there's always, it seems like some kind of discrepancy. Always a discrepancy with the weather, it seems like. Never fails. All right, let's get that going. Let's get the yaw damper on too, so quit fussing at us. And flight level change. And we'll do our speed about 200 knots. We won't get too fast. We'll do like 200 or 210 down here. So, and now that we're cruising out, let's get our heading situated here. Let's get that synchronized by pressing the button, and then we're going to roll it back. Oh, I've got to get rid of them. I swear, I've got to get rid of you guys. Okay, let's acknowledge you, and then
Beechcraft November 5250 Bravo frequency change.
Not worry about it no more. We'll do Atlanta approach just to listen to him, but we're not going to talk to him. I really don't want to mess with ATC. There we go. There's the airport, Charlie Brown, and there's the Chattahoochee River running alongside. Been in that area quite a few times back in the day. And this barometric pressure is not right either, and I'm still looking for how. That's like the one thing I have yet to figure out in this plane is how to set the barometric pressure. It's got to be like somewhere like within plain view that I'm missing. I don't know. I can't figure it out. All right, let's pull the power back some more, and we'll take our heading back to 270. Oh, come on. What are you doing to me here? Like all or nothing, huh? All or nothing. Pull our power back a little bit more. And you know what? I think we'll go on up to 4,000. We'll take it on up just a little bit more. We'll do that. And we'll pull flight level change, and we'll let you climb at 210. I think this plane actually is best rated climb is 170 knots. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what it said. I read some documentation about the real life aircraft. You know, actually, let's not do 270. Let's do Let's do about 285. All right, so we're going to shoot the ILS here at Charlie Brown. And I'm going to pull up air nav. We'll look at that. See, we departed runway. Runway is the only ILS at this airfield. And we're going to look at that ILS or localizer runway 8. Okay, so let's get that pulled up. And the frequency is going to be 109.1 and the course is going to be 085 degrees. So that is the first thing we need to get taken care of. So how will we do that? We'll do it by going to split on your MFD here and it going to flight plan. And it took me, you know, I've looked at this flight plan page many times making flight plans, but I never noticed the nav and comm frequencies. And so the other day I was like, how the hell do you change those? And then I finally picked up on that. So, you know, a nav 1 frequency, we're going to need 109.1 to do 1091, and we'll hit transfer over to the active. And that should be it. That should be it. Let's see. Yes, there's our glide slope right there. And also another thing we need to do, if we're going to be doing ILS approach on this thing, we need to change our CDI up. Right now it's guiding on the FMS, and we need it to be CDI source, localizer 1, there you go. So now that's taken care of as well. So we're good there. We got our glide slope, our localizers tuned in, and I was looking to verify the information. I need to change this. I really need to change that. All right, let's go ahead and set our course to 085. Why is it not changing? Okay, I see now. Yeah, we don't have on this. You don't have to change it. If you tune it into an ILS, then it automatically sets your course for you. 085 degrees for that, so that's good. Let's see, what do we got here? KVIB is going to be our intercept point, just a little bit past that. It's going to be 9.5, 6, 13.5, almost 17 miles out. KVIB. So I'm just curious to see where that's at on here. And I don't see it. Interesting enough, I don't see it. Let's zoom it in here just to see. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I was just curious how that fell on the... Wow, look at that traffic right there. Right in front of us going the opposite direction. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and pull the power back just a little bit, and we're going to center this up. Zoom it out just a tad. And we're going to turn inbound on our ILS course, so let's go ahead and hit autopilot and get that disconnected. Alright, there we have a look at beautiful Atlanta. Got an Endeavor flight going into Hartsfield. Let's see, that'd be back over that way. I don't see any other, yeah, I don't see any other traffic, but I know they're out there. I saw them on the map. They're out there for sure. We'll just take a little bit of a look around. Not sure what that is sticking up out of the trees there. Alright, we'll hop back in. Alright, let's get turning back in. We'll start getting established on our final and grab the ILS. So we got everything tuned in what we need. We got the frequency in. We've got our CDI set up for the localizer. The only other thing that's kind of odd that I haven't figured out on this yet is that generally you should have an identifier somewhere telling you that you're tuned in on ILS, like it should be telling us IFTY, and I don't see that anywhere. I don't know where that information would be, or if we could pull it up somehow. Maybe it's just not on the display. Maybe that's something I haven't figured out yet, but an identifier for that would be really nice. Now we could also listen to it over the radio as well. All right, let's go ahead and pull our speed back some more and get one notch of flaps. And as soon as we start to see okay, there goes the glide slope starting to move. At least I thought I saw it twitch. Maybe not. Maybe that was just my eyes. Okay, yeah, it's coming on over. Let's go ahead. We'll take the airplane off autopilot. We'll try to maintain 3,000 feet, and we'll see about intercepting it here. All right, I got the field in sight. At least I saw it for a second. All right, so there we go. 085 is our course that we're going to need. We're at 3,000 feet. Go ahead and get back to 085. All right, yeah, I got the field and the runway in sight now. We're good there. All right, now what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and drop the gear and get full flaps a little bit before we intercept the glide slope, because what's going to happen is, of course, it's going to push the nose up like crazy on this plane. And we'll do that. And kind of let it get stabilized in that configuration. At least that's what I like to do, because this plane it seems to be really drastic, like the effects of getting your gear and your flaps. I mean, any plane, you're going to feel that. You're going to get something different, but this one just seems like it really wants to nose up when, especially when you drop full flaps. All right, so we're going to try to do about 120 to the short final, and then pull the power back. All right, we're coming up on the glide slope now. We should be grabbing it in just a second. All right, we're on it now. Pull power back just a tad since we're descending now. All right, and just scan between airspeed, localizer, and glide slope, and out front. If we were in really bad weather, it'd be really no point in even scanning out front. You wouldn't be able to see anything, but we're power back just a tad more. Trying to shoot for about 700 feet per minute, between 6 and 7. Or thereabout, though I can't hardly read it. It's that is some tiny writing. When we get down here, we'll do a touch and go. All right, we're getting a little bit high. Let's pull the power back some more. Try to catch it. We'll do a touch and go, and then we'll do the pattern a time or two, and then we'll call it a day. Just a little familiarization with the aircraft. I haven't flown the King Air in a good while, and plus I just enjoy flying it. It's a fun airplane to fly in a pattern. And, you know, touch and goes, pattern work, stuff like that is absolutely some of my favorite things to do. in any sim, really, especially this one. I like it because the scenery looks so good down low, but you know, that's one of the aspects that I really, really do like about military flying, recreating military flying in simulators, is the fact that you get to do a lot of pattern work in a lot of different type of aircraft. Like, for instance, I'm not saying this never happens. It may. I've never seen it happen. I've never known it to happen. But you wouldn't see, you know, some pilots in a Cargo Lux 747 doing pattern work, doing touch and goes in the evening, or one evening, or in the morning, whatever. You don't see that. You don't see them get in a Delta 777 and do pattern work, or a 7.5, or whatever the case may be. You just don't see that. I think all that's like relegated to simulator time and stuff like that, right? But you do, or you can see a C5 Galaxy. Damn, these trees are right off the end of the runway. They need to cut that brush back. You will absolutely see a C5 Galaxy doing pattern work. All right, full throttle. Come back on the flaps 1, and we can get right back up. There we go. You'll see, it's nothing to see a C5 Galaxy doing pattern work one evening, you know, or a KC-135, or a C-17, or even an F-16. Definitely the bigger aircraft, you know, I've known where they've taken like multiple crews up in one trip, and they'll do, you know, they'll work the pattern all evening long, you know. Just, you know, one touch and go after another. And you just don't see that with the airline stuff. Like I said, I think all that's like relegated to you know, oh shoot. Get her flaps up real quick. There you go. All right, she's gonna go back down. All right, 2,000 feet. That should be traffic pattern altitude for this plane. We actually kind of did that a little bit wrong. I think I should have turned crosswind about what, 300 to 500 below. You know, I take that back. Actually, we need to keep climbing, because the larger turboprop and jets get 1,500 foot pattern, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know. But I think I've read that they get 1,500 feet in the traffic patterns. So now the question is King Air considered a larger turboprop? You know, I don't know. I don't know how it's classified, if it would fall into that, but 1,500 sounds good to me. So that would be, let's see, it's 800 foot elevation. So yeah, we're a little bit high now, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and turn downwind. I think we want about 2,300 feet. So yeah, I mean, the military stuff, you'll see those. I mean, you could even see a B-52 doing pattern work. I've seen B-1 bombers doing pattern work before, a long time ago, back in the 90s. So, I mean, that you saw, they actually physically got in the larger aircraft and did pattern work in them. Whereas, like I said, you won't see, I don't know, I couldn't ever imagine like Delta pilots and instructors taking up a 777 and doing pattern work, you know? I mean, they may, I'm not saying that's not, you know, never say never. Could be, if you guys do know that or have seen it, you know, let me know of instances. But I really feel like in the airlines, let's trim it up just a tad. In the airlines, that stuff is, like I said, relegated to sim time and stuff like that. I think we're kind of in a wide pattern ourselves. Yeah, we're way out there. Way out there. All right, let's go ahead and get 1 notch flaps. All right, yep, there she goes, ballooning up like crazy. Gotta be ready for that. Let's go ahead and pull the power back. Let's go ahead and get I can't talk. Gear. Get the gear. The gear's important. Here, we'll go ahead and turn base. Start descending a little bit. We climbed a lot when we dropped those flaps. Alright, roll in on base. Look at the field here. There it is. Small field, and it's so packed. It's got like so much other stuff packed in around it. It's go ahead and go full flaps. It's really kind of hard to spot it, right? It's not like I've done touch and goes in this plane in like a bigger airport where there's a lot more. It's a lot more open around it. And this airfield, yeah, we're going to dogleg it a good bit here, but it'll be all right. This field's a lot different. It's so much more grown up around it. There you see beautiful downtown Atlanta off in the distance. Very nice. It's a lot different in these small urban airports. Alright, we gotta get the power way back. Let's see, we're full flaps, 3 green, gear down. Get that power way back. There we go. Alright, she wanting to sink a little bit on us. Do 110 knots to a threshold and we'll pull it back. This brush, man, they really need to cut these bushes back and stuff off the other runway. Damn. Like we'll like catch our landing gear on it. And there's no displaced threshold either, so it's like, come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Full power. Get some flaps up. There we go.
Don't sink.
And it always does that. I don't know why it gives us the don't sink.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
The don't sink every time. You know what? Let's go to Peachtree City real quick and we'll finish it up there. We've done 2 circuits here at
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
yeah, I know, don't sink. We're not sinking. We're fine.
Don't sink.
We'll go to Peachtree City. We'll fly by downtown, go to Peachtree City, and we'll call it there. I think that'd be a good place to do it. We'll do like, what, 3,000 feet again, maybe? So which we're already set for, so that's good. Let's do autopilot, flight level change. Alright, so we're heading towards PDK. Yeah, here it is right here. We're like already right here at it. We're not set up for this very well at all. And there's downtown. Downtown Atlanta, very nice. Like I-75 there maybe, and that would be like in the Georgia Tech area, and the Turner Broadcasting, all that stuff. The old Turner headquarters. All right, let's hop out real quick. We'll do a little sightseeing before we... Old Turner headquarters should be like back down in this way. I think that's like Techwood. And that, it's not a good plane to really sightsee in. We need to get our power way back. Didn't mean to do that either. Alright, let's head back south for a minute. Our speed way back. We're gonna do like 210, something like that. And we'll hop back out. That looks like Halsey Yard there. Big intermodal yard, or was. I think it's gone now. I think they did away with it. Alright, come on. Let's go back west now. Actually, you know what? No, let's go northwest. Let's get... I can't see. Full. There we go. Getting a little bit of the lags there. I'm still messing around with my settings. The performance, I don't get it. At times, it seems to do really, really good. Like, I've flown around Atlanta plenty of times and haven't had that many horrible problems, but like today, it was really stuttery there for a second. Yeah, it's really, really stuttery. I don't know why. Don't know why. You never know what version of Microsoft Flight Simulator you're going to get. The good performing one or the bad one. All right, we need to turn back north just a tad. Go up 75. Okay, yeah, so the old Turner headquarters should be back. I'm trying to figure it out. Where would it be? It's through here somewhere. I can't spot it though. I can't pick it out. It's right along 75 through here. I can't spot it. That may be something we need to do, like in the here it is. Right here, you see all the satellite dishes. So the building itself, those are all part of that complex. I can't see the old original studio though. I don't see it. We need to get in the that's it right in there, but I don't see the old original. It may be that right there. We need to get in the Cessna one day and check that out. That would be really cool to look at. All right, that would be Peachtree right over here. So let's hop back in the plane. And yeah, that's Peachtree City. And let's get our view. Our view is all kind of jacked up. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and cut the autopilot. Go ahead and drop a notch of flaps. We're just going to come in on base. Oh, there she goes ballooning. She wants to balloon so much when you drop those flaps. It is crazy. Can't hardly tell how I'm oriented to the field though. There we go. Okay. Alright, we should be good there. There's the field. Alright, let's go ahead and grab gear. Full flaps. Push it down so she won't balloon too much against us here. Watch that speed just drop off like crazy when you get that full flaps. Full flaps and gear just really... Alright, let's turn it back inbound. Turn it to final 120 knots. That's what I like to keep on the King Air. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's what I like to do. 100 and 120. It just feels good to me. It feels like a good speed on the plane. And then you know, start getting up on short final. That I like to pull it back to like 110, but. Looks like a smaller runway, so we'll probably need to do, yeah, definitely be on 110. Thereabout. All right, we're full flaps, gear down 3 green. Everything's looking good. Looks like we're getting a little bit low on it here. A little bit low. 111 knots, looking good there on speed. Yeah, I know it's 500. You've told me like 5 times. We know it's 500. We're like really super close to being a smoking hole in the ground if we don't do this right. Yeah, go ahead and pull the power on back. Another thing, these airfields that are like really built up around them, it seems like your final, when you're coming in on short final, it seems like you're just hauling ass like no tomorrow. There we go, we're down. I don't think we're gonna have to bother with reversers. I think we should be fine with this. All right, guys, welcome back to Atlanta. We were in Atlanta, we went up in the air for a bit, and we are back in Atlanta. Oh, come on and turn, please. Ugh. Man, I'd give anything if I had a throttle quadrant where I had multiple throttles where I could kind of go between, you know, number 1 and number 2 engine to help make these turns just a little bit. Wow, that's a drop off. Like a roller coaster there. Yeah, we got a big joint in the concrete right here. Look at that. So anyway, yeah, welcome back to Atlanta. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Pattern work is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I've done another video where we went down to Spinks in Fort Worth and did a good bit of pattern work. I especially like it in the bigger aircraft. Like we were talking about earlier, it's fun as hell, you know, if you have a good plane to do it in, like a KC-135 or something like that to do pattern work in, it's an absolute blast. It's a lot going on. Or even a C5 or something like that. Like I said, you don't see that stuff. I don't think they generally do that type of stuff in airliners. I've never seen an airliner doing pattern work that in person or watching like on ADS-B or anything like that. You just, you don't see it. You don't see it, but I have seen many military aircraft doing it in real life, especially at Amarillo. Amarillo is like one of their favorite places to, seems like go work the pattern. They're all the time over there. I've seen B1s there doing it, C-17, C-5s, KC-135s. It's like every time we make a trip to Amarillo, there's some kind of aircraft working the pattern there. T-38s, you'll see T-38s there. Gosh, what else? F-18s. I mean, you see all kind of stuff over there. I hope we don't clip his wing, maybe. That should be good there. I'm telling you, this thing wants to taxi like crazy. It really just does. Let's see how bad this is over here. Oh, that's not bad. That looked way worse than what it was going to be. I thought I was like taking his wingtip off or something there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. It is greatly appreciated. Creeping up on 75 subs today, and if you told me when I first started doing this that I would get even 1 sub, I would have laughed. It really, it boggles my mind. It really does. But I'm glad, I'm glad you guys enjoy it and like watching and that kind of stuff. And that's what I want this channel to be about. I'm still going to get to do some live stream stuff. I just haven't had a chance here lately. I want to do live stream. I want to be able to have a chat and actually talk and interact with you guys. And I mean, that to me, that's what it's all about. Is that kind of interaction and a sense of community and all that stuff. That's what I absolutely love. That's what I want. I want people to be like, hey, Spur's live streaming. Let's go hang out, shoot the breeze, see what he's up to. That kind of thing. Nothing would make me happier. Absolutely, that is the truth. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. You guys take care, and we'll catch you in the air next time. Peace.